So I have a smorgasbord of notes here, Mr. Fordry. I just made them at random as we went through the conversation. So first, so things that came up tonight, we talked about these issues were true all over the state, and that the financial problems faced by the Manchester School District were duplicated everywhere. That is simply not the case. I haven't done a study of this. I've just kind of taken note of what's been in the newspapers over the last 2 months. But you can go and look this up. The town of Bedford gave a couple of $1 million back from its school district. It had more money than it needed. The town of Milford gave money back from its school district. It had more money than it needed. The town of Keene gave money back to its city. Sorry, each case is given back to the city side. They had more money on the school district side than they needed. The town of Nashua had more money in its school budget than it needed this year, didn't spend it, gave it back to the town. The town of Amherst had more money in its school budget this year than it needed and gave it back to the city side. So I just want to put to bed the idea that the terrible financial condition that the Manchester School District finds itself in is duplicated across the state. There may be other cases, but it's simply not the case that it's repeated everywhere. Another item, the book item that was brought up earlier and sadly that we saw on the New York Times 2 weeks ago. It's claimed here by some that book $3 million was spent on books and that now there are adequate books in the city. As all the Manchester School Board members know, because they've been informed at least twice publicly, that there are not enough books in the Manchester School District, and there were not enough books. And you know this because of the many courses that were dropped this year, some of those courses, there may have been enough books, possibly for all those courses when you were running all those courses. When you drop courses, as you all know, there were not enough books. Kids had to shift to the remaining courses, and there were not enough textbooks for those courses. So for anybody on the Manchester School Board to say publicly that they didn't know that there was a problem with textbooks is disingenuous, because it was notified to the board, discussed at the board, and the board knows about it. With regard to another item, students at Central High School. By the way, I have a student at Central High School. I have 3 other kids, one in 8th grade, one in 7th grade, and one in 5th grade. So I have a sophomore this year. I hope to have a freshman there next year, and I hope to have another freshman there the year after that. And I hope that the school that they go to is the Manchester Central High School, that all these wonderful and erudite students who spoke tonight are so proud of. Because I want it to be the Central High School that Mayor Gatsis graduated from, that many of you graduated from. I want it to be the school that so many citizens of Candia and Hooksett and Manchester were proud of and are rightfully proud of. But Central High School is not the school that it was last year. And Central High School is not the school that it was 2 years ago. And Central High School is not the school that it was 3 years ago. Look at the cutting room floor. I'll try to be brief, Mr. Mayor.
3 minutes is over.
Look at the cutting room floor.
3 minutes is over.
Let him finish.
I would like to finish. More time.
Let her finish. Let them finish.
With your indulgence. So, if we look at the cutting room floor, we all know the number of courses that have been dropped, not just this current year, but the courses that were dropped the year before, and the courses that were dropped the year before. When these wonderful students, wonderful examples of what Central High School can produce, and still does produce, and we want it to produce into the future, spoke tonight. It struck me when they talked about their reliance on the teachers at Central. It struck me, were they talking about the teachers at Central today? Or are they talking about the Central school teachers who taught there last year, who this year are teaching at Hillside Middle School, or at a grade school, or at another middle school? Which Central High School teachers are they talking about? Because I've got to tell you something, the Central High School teachers that they were talking to last year, some of them are not there this year. The ones from the year before are not there, and we're all pretty sure that many of them who are there right now won't be there next year. I'm almost finished, Mr. Mayor, and I do appreciate all your time.
I'm not giving you the time. It's obviously people that want to hear somebody from the city of Manchester that wants to tear down the school district.
I do not, Mr. Mayor. I object to that. I don't know if our attorney has any comment on any ad hominem attacks.
Yeah, come on.
Mr. Attorney.
Would you like to talk and finish your time?
No, I told you we have no ad hominem attacks. It's Christmas week, Mr. Mayor. We're all going to be trying to be magnanimous here.
Why are you not in your Santa Claus suit?
I don't have one.
Oh.
Really?
That's two,
Yeah.
Mr. Would you like to step in, Mr. Attorney?
Yeah.
I'll wait to hear from the attorney.
Yeah.
You say no ad hoc, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna call a recess.
That's it.
I'm gonna call a recess.
Good.
5-minute recess.
That's it.
This board will leave. We'll adjourn in 5 minutes.
Well,
Give
no,
everybody an
we're
opportunity
gonna
to.
get the resident.
could I just finish? I'm not going to take all night. I've got like 2 more minutes. And I would have it done taking an hour and a half. I did not break any of your rules, sir.
No. You asked me to address the ad hominem attacks, and I said I called for a recess. Would you like me
The
to?
school board from Canby would like to speak. Go ahead.